Hey, Project Make It Happen family, Alani here, and I'm shooting this short little book discussion on chapters of 6 through 10. I wasn't able to make it on last night, so I thought I would shoot just a short video to just give you my insights about these chapters. So, chapter number 6, A Disciplined Life. It's one of the most prevalent myths of our culture, self-discipline. A success is actually a short race, a sprint fueled by discipline just long enough to create a habit that will kick in and then take over. Um, I got a lot of good points from this, and it kind of makes sense. Yeah, you become successful with less discipline than you think for one simple reason. Success is about doing the right thing, not about doing everything right. Make sense? Yeah, it kind of makes sense to me. And so that's what one of my takeaways is, that you have to be disciplined for a short time to get that habit kicked in so that the habit will become natural and become easier, and it will just go on its own. So that's my take on that chapter, and that's what I'm trying to build right now by reading continually and getting that habit in. And they say it takes about between a normal period from 18 to 128 days, I think, for a habit to really take hold. But the sweet spot is like around 66 days. That's the sweet spot where it really, really kicks in. So keep to be disciplined enough in a short period of time so that the habit can kick in. Little points. Okay, number one point is don't be a disciplined person. Be a person of powerful habits. Number two, build one habit at a time. Success is sequential, not simultaneous. And number three, give each habit enough time. That'll kick in and it'll become automatic. So that's chapter number 6. Number 7, chapter 7. Willpower is always on will call. That's another myth too. Willpower, it seemed to come and go. Yeah, it's like having fuel. You know, at first you have enough strength for that willpower to be strong enough, but then it kind of runs out. You know, it's not there all the time. Willpower has a limited battery life. The more you use your mind, the less mind power you have. Willpower is like a fast twitching muscle. It gets tired and needs a rest. So very powerful. It's very powerful, willpower, but it doesn't have any endurance. Um, so that's my takeaway from having willpower, is that it's very strong at first, but you have to give it some rest so that you can recuperate and you can use it when it really counts. Some takeaways I get from this is don't spread your willpower too thin. Yeah, monitor your fuel gauge. Monitor your willpower through the day, because it does. At the end of the day, you have less willpower than at the beginning when you first wake up. Time your tasks so that you can make that willpower last a lot longer. So that's my takeaway from that chapter number 7. Number 8, balanced life. This is what I really got caught up in last year, trying to make everything balanced, and it's just an illusion. There's no way that you can balance a life, and it's kind of says it right here. A balanced life is a myth, a misleading concept most accept as a worthy and attainable goal without ever stopping to truly consider it. A balanced life is a lie. The idea of balanced life is exactly that. It's an idea. So that makes kind of sense, because I struggled with that for a long time, trying to make everything balanced. But what it is that you try to balance one thing, but actually when you do a task, you're taking away from other tasks. So there's never truly a balance there. And it kind of dawned on me just a few days ago while I was reading this, why I was wasting so much energy trying to make everything even. And it's not. You just have to choose the most important thing that you need to do and do that, and then go on to the next. Um, yeah. So let me pause it here for a minute. Yes, I got all too caught up in trying to balance my life, and I got caught up in that belief that um, we're trying to balance your life. And I've heard it all my life and everything. I never really thought about it until now, since I've been reading this book. There's just no way you can balance your life, because you focus on one thing. You can't do two things at once. It's like multitasking. You can't do two things at once. You take time away from another when you focus on it. So like the one thing says here, focus on one thing that's the most important, and then go on to the next thing. So that's what my goal is to try to do with my life, is just focus on what matters the most, and then go on to the next, and just to be as happy as you can be. So that's chapter number 8. Chapter 9, big is bad. Okay, we are kept from our goal not by obstacles, but by a clear part of a lesser goal. Big is bad is a lie. For if you fear big success, you'll either avoid it or sabotage your efforts to achieve it. When I read that, it made a lot of sense to me. Um, I was afraid of becoming a success. I mean, and think about it, deep down, becoming a leader, that scared me, because I came up with this weird illusion that if you become a success in your business and become a leader in this project, make it happen, group, that you will have to be, you'll be so busy you won't be able to do anything else, and thinking about that, it kind of made me laugh that I thought that. It's funny how the mind works. Your mind starts to come up with these false fears that it's all made up, and it kind of stops you from really moving forward. So reading this chapter about your mind growth, yeah, growth mindset and a fixed mindset. A growth mindset thinks big. That doesn't create fears that will block you from moving forward, bettering yourself, and moving ahead in whatever you want to do. A fixed mindset, it puts on artificial limits and avoids failure. And that's what really got me to think about all the things that I subconsciously do to myself to create these fears that will help stop me from, you know, being who I want to be potentially in this group. So it made me think that I need to recognize these fears, work it out so that I understand it and that I can move forward. So that's chapter number 9. Number 10, the focusing question. As I read this, Mark Twain gave a good little thing here. Let me read what he says. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. The secret to getting started is breaking your complex, overwhelming tasks into small, manageable tasks and then starting on the first one. That gave me a lot of food for thought there. Um, I tried to do a lot of things, at once, and I need to really sit down and ask the right question so that I can get the right answers. Um, if you ask the wrong questions, you get a wrong answer. You get a bad answer. So I have to focus my questions on the right things. Life is a question. Quality of any answer is directly determined by the quality of the question. When I read that in the book, it made a lot of sense. I have to ask the right questions. Yes, the focus question, powered by the focusing question, your actions become a natural progression of building one right thing upon the previous right thing. When this happens, you're in a position to experience the power of the domino effect. Three little tidbits here that I wrote down. Number one, great questions are the path to great answers. Focusing questions will equal great answers. Number two, the focusing questions is a double duty question. A, the big picture. B, small focus. Finding right direction, finding the right action. Number three, the big picture question, what's my one thing? Develop vision for life and direction for a company, career, or whatever your goal is. Okay, number four, a small focus question is, what's my one thing right now? First, when you wake up, most important work, leveraging action, or the first domino. So that's chapter number 10, and how that I need to implement this into my life is I need to focus on that one question and the right question to ask and to do and to follow. So that's all I have. I hope this was valuable. I kind of rushed through this a little bit, and I have no one here to discuss it with. So I hope this is good for everyone, and I hope to see your videos on this little link here so we can get together next time. So the next 5 chapters, 11 to 16 then, for next week. Okay, see you all, Project Make It Happen family. We'll see you later. Have a good day.